Cruise in the news about how making Eyes Wide Shut affected his marriage.
How do you feel it changed you and Nicole as a couple?
Cruise in the Entertainment Tonight interview.
I couldn't believe it.
We'll tell you what shocked Tom. Plus, the first look at the controversial Eyes Wide Shut music video.
Ricky Martin is back in London. We know what he's doing there and where he's headed next. Pamela Anderson Lee brings her baby to court. Find out what happened when her ex-husband faced the judge today.
Virginity in Hollywood, why it's making a comeback in the Entertainment Tonight cover story.
I remember girlfriends of mine having horror stories about losing their virginity.
Now, find out why this Dawson's Creek star won't have sex on TV, and meet one star who wishes she had waited.
What star is Bruce Willis taking to bed? His steamy scenes are an E.T. first. Liz Hurley and Hugh Grant. What they told us in the kitchen about their relationship.
This is Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
The Eyes Wide Shut music video that's almost too hot for TV. That's our top story for this Thursday, July 15th, 1999. Hi, everybody. I'm Bob Doan.
And I'm Mary Hart. Well, just hours before Eyes Wide Shut opens, we have Chris Isaak's controversial music video from the movie. And Tom Cruise talks candidly about his shock when his big nude scene with Nicole was beamed around the world. He sat down with E.T.'s Jann Carl.
Of all of the 90 seconds that Kubrick could have picked, what did you think when Stanley said, "Here's the trailer"?
Okay, all right. And we looked at each other, and I thought, I mean, I couldn't believe it. And then I thought, then I understood why.
Nicole said that you're a flirt. Said, he's a beautiful flirt. Are you a flirt?
Am I a flirt?
Nicole claims you are.
I'm a flirt. I'm a beautiful flirt. Well, she's gonna have to qualify that, you know. Yeah, I mean, I flirt with her, you know.
Tom may like to flirt with his wife, but he flirted with his health while making Eyes Wide Shut. Nicole was very concerned when he came down with an ulcer, though Tom downplays the illness.
Yeah, it's honestly just a small thing that Stanley was more concerned about that than anyone. And I mean, I was in a couple of days. I was back at work. You know, and Nick was concerned. Both of them were.
In the movie, Nicole makes love on screen with another man in such a graphic scene that we can't show it to you.
When you guys sat down and you watched the movie, how tough is it? I know it's acting, but Stanley makes it look pretty gosh darn real.
I mean, there's times, you know, there's scenes when I do it, you know, in other movies, and it's something that it is acting, and you discuss it, and I trust her, and she trusts me, and you know, there's that moment of bracing yourself to sing it, but then you just, you know what, it's, I've been there. I know what it's like doing that stuff.
And there's more than the film's orgy scene with two versions. As we told you yesterday, there are two different versions of Chris Isaak's music video of Baby Did a Bad, Bad Thing from the film's soundtrack. And only E.T. has your first steamy look. The video premieres tomorrow on VH1, and later in this show, Tom talks about how making the movie affected his marriage.
Pamela and Tommy Lee back in court in tonight's ET News Brief. Pamela Anderson Lee brought son Dylan to a Malibu courtroom this morning to show her support for Tommy Lee. The Motley Crue drummer appeared at a hearing to make sure he's obeying the terms of his probation. Last year, he pleaded no contest to striking Pamela during an argument.
I'm just confident that he has the message. I hope I'm right.
Tommy will continue to take monthly drug tests and undergo anger management counseling.
He's businesslike about this. You know, this is a serious thing, and he treats it seriously.
The couple, who divorced last year, reunited in April, and Tommy says things are going well. And there's news about Ally McBeal and The Practice, and it comes straight from David E. Kelley, the man who created both shows. He gave us the scoop at the premiere of his new movie, Lake Placid. As Bridget Fonda and the co-stars of Lake Placid gathered for the premiere, producer and writer David E. Kelley stopped to clear up a couple of rumors. First, denying that the role of Ally McBeal was offered to Bridget before choosing Calista Flockhart.
When we were writing Ally McBeal and creating it, we were thinking of types that were right for it, and her name came up. But we never offered her the role.
Then Kelly confirmed that Dylan McDermott's part in The Practice was originally offered to another Lake Placid star, Oliver Platt.
It's true. We did talk with him about the role of Bobby Donnell on The Practice, and it was originally written for a character that was a little more eccentric and off-center.
I live in New York, you know, I didn't want to move to Los Angeles. I was very, very flattered.
Lake Placid opens tomorrow, and David E. Kelley's wife, Michelle Pfeiffer, has a new film. It's called The Story of Us. We took you to the Italian set while she made the movie with Bruce Willis. Well, now we have the finished product, another E.T. first.
I do.
I do. I'm pregnant.
It's a boy.
Happy birthday. I'm pregnant.
It's a girl.
Happy Mother's Day.
After 15 years of marriage, Michelle Pfeiffer and Bruce Willis wonder if they can still handle love's ups and downs.
You can't let go of anything.
Why should you be responsible for anything?
Oh, that's right. You're perfect, and I've done nothing right in 15 years.
My favorite therapist was the one with the birthmark on his forehead.
Right. The one that looked like the state of California. How could you pay attention to anything that guy was saying?
First thing that comes to your mind, Sacramento.
Governor Gray Davis.
Fear. That's the main motivator for everything.
The Story of Us is directed by Rob Reiner, who also co-stars in the film, along with the comedic Rita Wilson.
The tantrums, the homework, the state capitals. Suddenly all you're aware of is that it's virtually impossible to French kiss a person who takes the new roll of toilet paper and leaves it resting on top of the empty cardboard roll. God forbid he takes the 2 seconds to actually replace it. Does he not see it? Does he not see it?
Willis also wears a wig to showcase his younger days in the picture, which is set for October release.
The bunny! It's chicken pox.
It's over. I love you.
I hate you!
My goldfish died.
My hamster died.
Father's time.
Isn't this the moment where one of us is supposed to say, look, this is ridiculous, we love each other, all couples go through this, let's give it another try?
Well, that looks good, too. Hugh Grant, meanwhile, with Elizabeth Hurley, are putting the finishing touches on their new movie, Mickey Blue Eyes. They first met on the set of a movie in Spain back in 1988, and now they're telling us that they are planning to make a lot more than just movies together.
I wouldn't mind a miniature Elizabeth running around. I'm less keen on the miniature Hugh.
Though there was no talk of marriage, after 12 years of togetherness, the busy Brits say they'd like to start a family, though not right now.
And I'm the sad, barren, old bachelor. So we have to get some. Even if we have to rent them, we've got to have some.
E.T. caught up with the pair, dishing up some spicy meatballs at New York's elite Italian restaurant, Rayo's.
Okay.
What are you doing?
And you
make a little
making right.
They've taken to the kitchen to cook up some publicity for their August mob comedy, Mickey Blue Eyes.
Try this. Forget about it.
Hey, forget about it.
Hugh unwittingly becomes a mobster in training as he pursues the Godfather's daughter, played by Jean Triplehorn. Liz produced the film and seemingly had no problem when we asked Hugh about his love scenes with his lovely co-star.
So it's obviously an odd question, to be honest, when you're standing next to Elizabeth, but...
I don't mind. I would have liked to kiss her too. I like Jean very much.
There's a scoop for you.
One thing Hugh just can't seem to forget about is one of the couple's worst arguments, which just happened to occur in the kitchen of their London home.
I went to the front door, just go out for a walk and cool down. Suddenly I heard this rush of air behind me. And I looked round, and it was Elizabeth literally flying horizontal through the air at me. The whole rage had come back, and she knocked me flat into the floor, rubbed all the skin off my face on the doormat.
I think this was another girlfriend. I don't think it was me. You confused?
No, there's only one girlfriend who's ever beaten me up that bad.
Lucky for him, the reaction to Ricky Martin in London is as wild as it was here in the States. And coming up, we'll take you there as Ricky meets his fans and talks about his sold-out concert tour. Is Rod Stewart engaged to this former Playboy model? Is Virginity making a Hollywood comeback in the Entertainment Tonight cover story? From Felicity to Dawson's Creek, the stars tell us why their characters are waiting for intimacy. Tom Cruise, more from our candid interview as Tom talks about how making his racy new movie changed his real-life relationship with Nicole. That's next.
There it goes again. Have you had the Czech experience?
It's all about crunching squares, basically. Squares? We're square people. Well, the squares go crunch.
Squares make a good crunch. It's the Czech explosion of milk and crunch you only get from Czechs.
Quick, get me that. It's like they're all mushy. crunch delivers the milk.
Ding dong, milk is here.
If you had the Czech experience...
It's good.
From Saturn.
He's got pride in his heart and dirt on his hands. There's one place to find a hard-working man. Ford Country.
Head on out to Ford Country with 4.9 financing on the truck with 4-door standard. Ford F-150, best-selling truck in America. You need to get the job done? See your local Ford dealer for 4.9 on F-150.
The whole world's Ford Country.
If it's not right, it won't be on the lot.
We can find financing for just about everyone.
Taylor Motor Company. Why in the world would you purchase a pre-owned vehicle anywhere else?
Wedding rumors for Rod Stewart top tonight's Inside Hollywood. He's in the middle of divorcing Rachel Hunter, and he was dating Hef's ex, Kimberly Conrad Hefner. But a report today claims Rod Stewart may have proposed to Tracy Tweed, another blonde beauty who once posed for Playboy with her older sister, former Playmate of the Year, Shannon Tweed. The 54-year-old British rocker reportedly took Tracy back to England with him. His reps would not confirm. And Jerry Hall, who walked away from her 22-year relationship with Mick Jagger with somewhere between $11 and $50 million, is back in the spotlight.
My old Navy tech vest.
The Texas beauty appears in an Old Navy commercial debuting Monday. The Stars of the Wood, opening Friday, shined at their gala premiere. It's a revealing coming-of-age story, but this scene was nearly too revealing for the towel-clad cast.
We asked for that set to be closed, and people were up in there taking pictures, and so it was a little nerve-wracking, but it ended up being kind of fun.
The Wood is based on a true story and was shot on location in Inglewood, California, where the Lakers play.
It's a movie about high school boys trying to lose their virginity. American Pie is #1 at the box office, and it seems like teen sex is all over TV as well. But is that racy Hollywood image for real? With some coming-of-age shows like Dawson's Creek and Felicity featuring characters waiting for the first time, the series stars talk about taking on virginity in the Entertainment Tonight cover story. On Dawson's Creek, Dawson and Joey may have moved from friendship to romance, but they're not jumping into bed just yet.
People are probably waiting for Dawson and Joey to have sex, and I say they're 16, so I think they'll probably wait a little bit longer.
On the new ABC show Wasteland, Marissa Coughlan plays a chaste young woman in her 20s.
You're a virgin, you weren't ready.
And that gave you license.
I think she feels a little frustrated in some ways by it, but also is obviously made a choice and a decision, and that's who she is, and she stands by that.
Suddenly, Tori Spelling's long virginal Donna on Beverly Hills 90210 is TV's role model, one that Felicity's Tangi Miller wishes she'd followed in real life.
I know that the first time I did it, I wish I had waited.
Tangi, who thinks her show handled the subject responsibly, appreciates TV's new approach.
I think that's very cool that teens are thinking to, save it. It's special.
At Jump Magazine, executive editor Melissa Thompson says TV is reflecting a real trend that has more teenage girls waiting.
They're a lot smarter, and they're a lot more conscientious, and they think about future consequences of present actions.
But on UPN, a new special says progress may be slow. The Teen Files, The Truth About Sex, says one problem is that many teens just don't know the truth about sex.
I know a lot of guys who feel that they need to have sex because they think that all their friends are doing it every day and that they need to keep up.
That confusion is reflected in Popular, a new series on the WB which has some of its stars still waiting for Mr. Right.
I remember that pressure, and I remember girlfriends of mine having horror stories about losing their virginity.
Furthermore, in next month's Jump magazine, 17-year-old actress Kirsten Dunst reveals that she is committed to waiting a long time before losing her virginity. And the Teen Files, The Truth About Sex, it debuts 2 weeks from today on UPN.
The nudity, the love scenes. Tom Cruise finally talks about how he really feels about his new film. Coming up, Tom reveals what it was like to be passionate with his wife while another man was watching.
How difficult is it to shoot scenes as intimate as that?
London has gone loca for Ricky Martin. Now we're taking you there as Ricky's British fans react to his song hitting #1. That's next.
How would you like to call anyone across America for just 8 cents a minute? It's easy. Just dial 1010-321. Calls over 10 minutes are only 8 cents a minute, all day, every day. So to get 8 cents a minute on calls over 10 minutes, dial 1010-321.
You want the inside scoop? It's New Preference by L'Oreal. Color doesn't get any better than this. Special new anti-drying conditioners mean my hair won't dry out. And Stay True colorants mean my glorious color won't fade out. New Preference by L'Oreal. Because you're worth it.
Extreme style, extreme space, it's Extreme Mercury. With extreme savings on Mercury Grand Marquis. #1 in owner loyalty. #1 best-selling full-size in the Mid-South. And the highest government crash test rating, 5 stars. Grand Marquis. Extreme rooms, extreme comfort. Now get 1,000 cash back or low 0.9% APR financing. It's Extreme Mercury. See your local Mercury dealer today and imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Hi, I'm Jan Jones here at Six Flags St. Louis. A great getaway that's now 2 parks in one with the new Hurricane Harbor Water Park. Cool coasters! Hood's Lagoon is awesome. My kids are always half price. It's the best. Six Flags St. Louis, always a great theme park, now even better with Hurricane Harbor.
Six Flags St. Louis! Now 2 parks.
Save $12 on Six Flags St. Louis admission with a coupon from Hardee's.
Friday and Saturday, Heilig Myers Furniture will make a spectacle of itself. 20 hours, 20% off. 12 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday adds up to 20 hours. And for every single one of them, every single piece of Heilig Myers Furniture will be 20% off. 20 hours, 20% off. Don't miss this eye-opening opportunity to save Friday and Saturday only. 20 hours, 20% off.
The factory has challenged your Toyota dealer, and that means big savings for you. It's Toyota's factory-authorized tent sale. Now get 5.9% financing on Camry sedan, Corolla, or Avalon. Or choose $500 customer cash back. Or choose special lease rates available only during this 7-day event. 5.9 financing, cash back, or special lease rates. It's your choice during Toyota's factory-authorized tent sale. See your Toyota dealer before it all ends Monday.
Tomorrow on E.T., Xena 6 months pregnant.
There's not many actresses that can work through their through a pregnancy.
She's hiding the baby behind a large costume, and only we're on the set as the mom-to-be performs her own stunts. Inside the dressing room, as a TV star shows off her $5,000 Vera Wang gown, a 30-carat diamond necklace, and her engagement ring. All the wedding details before this mystery bride walks down the aisle. That's tomorrow.
Ricky Martin has been in England while controversy erupted in the States over ticket prices for his upcoming American concert. Well, today, in the middle of a London fan frenzy, Ricky talked about the tour.
Thank you so much, America, for your support.
Ricky was reacting to news of his concert sellouts in New York, but did not address the ticket scalping scandal as he was met by a mob of merry old Englanders at this London record signing.
It's beautiful. Once again, every time I come to the UK, it's like this, you know, it's very warm, Bridget. I'm really happy.
Arriving in a vintage convertible, Ricky could barely be heard over the screams. security was tight as thousands filled Oxford Street. Some even climbed scaffolding, going loco for the Latin heartthrob.
Thank you so much for being here this afternoon.
I love him. He's gorgeous. I love his song.
When I see him, when I catch a glimpse of the man.
I came here from Poland to see him, and I think it will be great.
Inside the store, Ricky told a reporter from London's United Television News what a thrill it is to have reached the top of the charts in the United Kingdom.
The acceptance of the audience is what every entertainer looks for, so when you have a #1, it means, you know, a lot of people from different cultures and different generations accepting your music, your dream, your life, so it's good.
With all his phenomenal success, Ricky was asked if he ever thought about potential clouds on the horizon.
No, you don't think about that.
All right.
I mean, clouds? What is clouds?
Clouds, any bad news, anything you're worried about in the future?
No, you got to be optimistic and positive and erase anything that can be shady.
Well, some optimism for American Ricky fans. He'll be back in the States Sunday, relaxing in Miami. And for more on Ricky's world tour, you can click onto our ET website. Also, the next stop as Ricky conquers the world, Tokyo.
Tom Cruise told us earlier that the first time he saw his nude Eyes Wide Shut scene with Nicole, he was shocked. So how did he feel when he saw the finished film? Tom talks about that, the altered orgy scene, and how making the movie affected his marriage in the ET interview with Jann Carl.
How do you feel it changed you and Nicole as a couple?
I think that I know it helped our relationship actually going through it. We're very good about, you know, very good in communication, the two of us talking things out. But, you know, like anyone, we have our moments, and that's what makes it exciting.
While making Eyes Wide Shut strengthened the bond between husband and wife, Tom owned up that his theme of jealousy hit close to home.
Has there been a time, is there a time when jealousy has been a part of your life?
I don't think anyone has never felt jealousy. Have you ever felt jealous? I felt it. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not a pleasant feeling.
Digital changes to the now infamous orgy scene blocking out explicit sex acts in the U.S. version of the film have been much discussed in the media. But Tom told E.T. it was all director Stanley Kubrick's doing.
What do you think about changes being made to Stanley's film?
It was a decision that he wanted. He wanted the R rating, and to do that, he felt that it just changed in form and very slightly, not in content at all. Mm-hmm. I think that because the nature of the picture and well, I guess ultimately what he felt the film was and what he wanted to achieve with it, it didn't bother him, so why should it bother me?
How difficult is it to shoot scenes as intimate as that? Because you're not just with another actor, you're with your wife.
Well, you know, I mean, in some ways it's easier. Mm-hmm. When we were doing those scenes, it was just me, Nick, and Stanley. It was actually kind of odd having people see the trailer. That was the moment we kind of thought, okay, it's not just me and Stanley anymore. You know, it's out there.
It is an experience I'm sure that you will never be able to repeat. It became sort of a magical time, didn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a magical time when, you know, Nick and I are sitting on that, you know, front porch.
In the rocking chairs?
Oh, yeah, thinking back on the day, you know, last century.
And on the eve Eyes Wide Shut opens, the two executives who green-lighted the movie are leaving the studio that made it. It's the end of an era at Warner Brothers. Co-CEOs Bob Daly and Terry Semel have been with the company for almost 2 decades. Mary, Bob? And that's the big news in Hollywood today. Yes, it is.
Going out with a flourish. Thanks, Jan.
Thank you, Jan. We'll be right back.
Which Fast Times at Ridgemont High star directed the Whitney Houston film Waiting to Exhale? Is it Forrest Whitaker, Sean Penn, or Judge Reinhold? Your answer's next in the E.T. Birthdays. Closed captioning provided by... Some people get all their entertainment in digital picture and sound. A higher technology? Yes, DirecTV. What are you looking at?
The compact pickup J.D. Power & Associates ranks best in initial quality. A Consumer's Digest Best Buy. One of Car and Driver's 10 Best. Building the new Dodge has been very rewarding. And now, owning a new Dodge is even more rewarding. During our summer clearance, this quick-handling Dodge Stratus really moves with a generous cash allowance or low financing. It's very simple, really. Dodge gets awards, you get rewards. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you for these limited-time offers.
Get the new All-Star Combo, an All-Star Bacon Cheeseburger loaded with everything, choice of crispy curls or fries, and drink for just $2.99. At Hardee's, where the food's the star.
Hey, Mr. Announcer.
Yes?
I mean, that's a pretty good deal. Shouldn't you be more excited?
Well, this is as excited as I get.
You're kidding.
No?
Come on, give it a try.
Okay. The All-Star Combo, just $2.99 at Hardee's. How was that?
Nothing if cattle prod couldn't fix.
G9. Sorry, bro, that's a big fat miss. E4. Equally sorry, but that's a miss too. C2. C2 is a hit. C3. Hit. Oh, man, you sunk my battleship.
The simple truth is, a little distance shouldn't come between friends. Get new Local Plus and make unlimited calls to over 300 additional Missouri cities.
Yeah, baby. Who's king of the sea now?
You are, Larry.
Cheater.
It's hot at Ward Chrysler Center in DuQuoin. It's our red hot and rolling sale. Get red hot deals on both new and used cars and trucks. Get this 93 Pontiac Grand Prix or this 93 Grand Am, your choice, $39.98. A 94 Ford Ranger, just $64.98. A 94 Chrysler LeBaron convertible, $69.98. Or a 93 Ford F-150 4x4, $79.98. It's a red hot and rolling sale while they last at Ward Chrysler Center, right on Highway 51 in DuQuoin, Illinois.
An anonymous gift from a secret admirer.
Sometimes when you're not looking for love,
I sent you the flowers.
Love comes to find you. Christian Slater.
You just can't admit that somebody could actually love you.
And Mary Stuart Masterson.
Why are you so afraid to be happy? Don't you think that he's worth the risk?
A network television premiere. Bed of Roses tonight on ABC.
A storm hits with no warning. Sailors, fishermen, caught in its fury. Dramatic rescues save some, while others vanished tonight.
New CompuServe 2000.
Now just $9.95.
Fast connections.
Just $9.95.
Easier email.
Just $9.95.
CompuServe 2000, the value leader in internet access.
Call today.
There's a better way to toast a sub. Quiznos oven-baked classics. Accommodations provided by Hilton Hotels and Resorts. Hilton handles all the details so your business trips are as successful as you are. It happens at the Hilton. Celebrating an E.T.-style star birthday today, Brian Austin Green turns 26. Which Fast Times at Ridgemont High star directed the Whitney Houston film Waiting to Exhale?
That's Forrest Whitaker, who is 38 today. Lolita Davidovich is 38 as well. Jan Michael Vincent is 55. And Alex Karras is 64.
Tomorrow on E.T., Eyes Wide Shut hits theaters, and we're going to have the reaction.
Also tomorrow, Roma Downey talks about Tom's film and invites us inside her photo shoot. And here's a preview.
See you tomorrow.
They designed this beautiful gown especially for me. Cashmere twin sets with a halter top and this beautiful shade of blue. They call it Millennium Blue. It's pretend. It's pretend, you know, it's dress up. It's an extension of that, but it's always good fun.